He is the bomb. And also the bear. My friend Chuck Roy.
That's Terry Barton Gregg, your host right there. So nice of you to give her a round of applause. You're a wonderful crowd. We're gonna have so much fun together. And I brought shit to say, everybody. So, drink up, let's do this. No rainstorm outside. That was threatening us the whole time. Driving in, there was a big dark cloud over where the Loonees is. And I was like, I am not prepared for rain. And then as we got closer, there was a rainbow. I was like, fuck yeah, we're gonna gay it up like motherfuckers. And there's gonna be a pride show for sure. And then a rainstorm has gone off, sailing east, and you know, that's the best part, like living here. It's like you see those big dark clouds, you're like, it might rain, and then it almost never does. You know, the storm always goes somewhere, like over to Kansas, and we know those people are fucked tonight, right? Well, probably getting hailed on, there's a tornado coming, so, you know, if that's your family, if you got friends out there, take a moment, step outside, give them a call, you know, warn them, let them know that shit is on the way. If you got a friend named Dorothy, tell her it is time to put Toto inside. Get in the basement, girl, here it comes. Lots of people laughing, I appreciate that. I notice sometimes you get a little judgy on the jokes. That'll be neat, we'll see how that goes. You get to, that's in my world, I don't mind, you're the audience. Keep your arms folded the whole fucking show, sir. Let's see if I don't call attention to that early. Oh wait, again. Look, now you're smiling a little more. I got it. You're packed in there, you got nowhere for those big guns to go. I get it, sir. Right, don't talk, sir. I'll do all that. All right? You see, you hear that? When I talk, that happens. When you talked, everybody was like, "What did he say?" So you just do your part. You sit there judgmentally, and I'll just do the talking, and we'll have some fun. That'll be what we do. We'll have a good time. Everybody gets to have their opinion. That's what's important. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone needs theirs licked. Okay. All right. Right, okay. See, no one got judgy there. Right. That's important. Some of you learned a new thing right there. Huh? Right, that's the judgy people. You figure they're the people who've never had their ass licked. Right? That's a moment to change your day, right? You have one look on life, and then all of a sudden somebody does that to you, and like, you're like, how can I encourage more of that? What did I do? Is it the cologne? What do I need? I will put toothpaste down there if you want something minty fresh. Okay. I'm sorry, miss, it's not gonna, I won't talk about that the whole show, but you look mildly offended, and just saying, get your ass licked once, and then you'll be more fun at a comedy show. I don't know. These are just the things I talk about. I don't know if you noticed, but the comedians do get progressively taller and fatter throughout the entire performance. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if there was a height weight chart or something where they assembled the lineup going like, well, structurally I think we'll break the stage in, and then if it doesn't break after Sam, we'll send up the bear. Right? That wasn't my plan. I didn't mean to get fatter. I've been fat all my life. In high school, my pant size was 50W, 30L. Yeah, if you're in high school and your pant size is also a motor oil viscosity, all right, you go to the prom with a friend. That's how that works. And you go to the big and tall store. That's a store where they send fat people to shop. That's tiny little skinny people in the front. You're gonna learn something new. Right? You're adorable. Fat people not allowed in the mall. You never see a big and tall store in the mall. It's because fat people fuck up the food court or lock up the aisles. I'm not sure what the logic is, but the big and tall store is always out on the strip, you know, somewhere behind the Home Depot where there's 4 lanes. Make that big wide turn. Right? No cool brand names. If you've ever been to the Big and Tall Store, you're very fun. We should go. We'll plan a field trip, all right? Fill out the comment cards. We'll meet back up. We'll rent a bus, and we'll go over to the Big and Tall Store. It's very fun. You try on the clothes. That is a blast until they fit. Then you're like, fuck, we're doing this wrong. Right? There's fun clothes. You'll see them there. I've seen this, a jogging suit in a size 68. Think that through. A jogging suit in a size 68. This guy is not going jogging, is what I'm trying to tell you folks. You were supposed to add that up on your own, but I don't mind explaining some of the shit. I'm not going to explain all of it tonight. The ass licking part was important. Keep your arms folded too, man. I'm the last guy. If you're not fucking warmed up, they didn't do their job, all right? That's all I'm thinking. Is like, you left her wicked fucking tense, everybody. Right? My role is to take you all onto the adventure land and leave you here going like, you're supposed to leave, it's Saturday night, you're supposed to go home and fuck. You really think you're going home to fuck, Miss Crossed Arms? I got some goddamn, you don't even have anybody with you as far as I can tell. I don't know who you fuck. I got shit to do. I got to connect her with somebody, get her out of her frumpy little mood. You don't even want to go to the Big and Tall Store and try on clothes. You're not even envisioning stuff. Imagine a jogging suit and a size. Nike made the suit, if that helps. Right? What's the slogan there? Just do something. For Christ's sakes. Would you take a walker? God damn it. It was on the clearance rack. No shit, huh? Who thought that was going to be anywhere else but the clearance rack? That should have come from the truck direct to the fucking clearance rack. I don't know how that even happened. You know that happened? Somehow there was a manager filling out an order sheet, and they were like, oh, jogging suit, size 68. We're going to need 2. You want that thing to sell, like instead of the swoosh, just put a crescent roll. That'll sell. Right? I know fat guys who would pay $30 just for a crescent roll. They'd be like, this is goddamn delicious. Flaky, and it came with a jogging suit. Right? That's the things I think about, miss. I even go further. That's my job. My job is to take things and think about them, how to report them back to you. A jogging suit in a size 68 had to be manufactured. Somewhere there's a factory in China pumping those things out, right? There's a production manager working the factory line going like, all right, Hop Sing, you start sewing and head that way. Come here, Ming Lu. This is what I want you to do. You start sewing and head that way. Then you two meet in the middle and pant leg number 1 is going to be done. Right? Why not? You all right, son? She's very pretty. You're very lucky. I don't know where you're from, B2. You want to leave her and fuck that one? Is that it? Maybe add a third? I don't know what to do. You're in the front row, kid. That's why I'm talking to you. That's all. Promise not to do that again. You look like you're a nut. Oh, Jesus Christ. Snowflake, aisle 1. Snowflake, aisle 1. Right? And I should ask, are you having a good time tonight? Oh my God, wow, listen to that. That sounds so terrific. You don't have to clap. I got it. It's a new move. I'm learning things. I'm studying Beyonce, and that's every year. I put on a big concert every year at the Oriental Theater up there in the Denver, and it's a giant 600-seat theater, and you got to really have your concert performance skills to play 600 people. 78 people at a fucking mall in Colorado Springs. I got that. 600 people at a theater. I want to make sure I can throw down, and I don't know if you put on concerts. I happen to, and that's a secret thing concert performers do. They ask WWBD. what would Beyonce do? You can study with me if you'd like. There's a video on the YouTube. It's Beyonce live at Glastonbury. She's playing a music festival. There's 300,000 people in the crowd. She comes out, does one song, and then she's like, "Are you having a good time tonight?" And a lot, like some of you went ape shit, and I really appreciate that. That's like her crowd will do that, but some of you, like us, just a little more reserved, right? That's where I'm at, you know. Like as soon as Beyonce asks the question, she's like, "Are you having a good time?" I'm like, I don't know, Miss Beyonce. To be quite honest with you, you've done one fucking song, and I'm dancing in the middle of my living room. That doesn't happen often, but I didn't think it was time to stop for a pop quiz. Do an assessment and figure out, is there a rubric? How are we judging this? That's what I wanted to know, and she's phenomenal. She's got moves, and I don't think I can do some of the things she does, ladies and gentlemen. Like, she will bullshit her audience, and I think that's nothing I want to do. Like, I've been telling the truth ever since I got up here. I feel like we're bonding, you know. Some of you I know, others, it's like the first time we've ever connected, and I don't want to have you leaving here going, "That bear is so goddamn full of shit," you know. Like, I need you to leave here going like, "That bear told us the fucking truth," and we laughed a lot. Like, Beyonce will say stuff like this: "Tonight, you and I, we're gonna sing my songs, and we're gonna change the world." And, yeah, thank you. I have no idea how I'm to do that with my little jokes. Right? I talked about ass licking 3 seconds into the goddamn show, right? Is that how I'm to change the world? I know I changed some people's worlds. Like, there's some people here who are like, "I didn't even know that was a thing," and now they got, you know, stuff to do. There's other people who are like, "I gotta tighten up my laundry," and right. That's you make progress and you work on things, and then your butt gets licked. I can't say stuff like that to you all. Like, Beyonce will really say stuff like, "Don't worry about your bills." And, yeah, you keep worrying about your bills, miss. You go right ahead. I appreciate the laugh. That one connected with you right away. I haven't heard you laugh like that yet. And then now you're out there, and I'm not saying you can't pay your bills. I'm confident that you can pay your bills. But tomorrow, don't wake up being like, "Well, the bear said, don't worry about my bills. Fuck this mortgage payment." We don't need to do that, right? No, you need to, you know. Like, I don't got a single joke that's gonna lower your interest rate. Right? That's not gonna happen. So, you know, if I was gonna say shit like that, it'd be like, "Don't worry about that overdraft fee." You know, like, just order another round of shots. Fireballs for everybody. It's only an additional $38. Okay, just trying to see who's ever bounced a check in the house. Not a lot of you. Way to go, Colorado Springs. You're really fucking straight and narrow. I think we knew that about you. Here's something I do think I can do. Beyonce will, in between every song, she kind of does a little speech like this, and then she ends it with a signature power move. She's got an all-female band. They're super tight. And, right, all right, I don't know if they're that kind of tight, but it's a term for music, but I guess everything down here is okay, but I haven't judged them in that quality, or I was just saying the band is really good, and the bass player can funk the fuck out, and she like just backs up Beyonce while she's all like, "Tonight we're gonna change the world," and that girl's like, "Bam, bam, bam, bam," and it's just so good, you know. And then at the end of every speech, they crescendo right along with Beyonce, and then Beyonce does this move, and I think I can do it for you here tonight. She does this. She's like, "Bang," and okay. I see you laughing and even holding it in. Let the fucking laugh out. Yes. I get it. Don't hold it in. You don't get money back if you're like, "Excuse me, I'll help these in. I'd like a refund for this amount of laughter." I was able to cut a portion of it. Some of them snuck through. I mean, I just didn't see the ass-licking thing come by. That one I almost pig snorted, but He did the little move, and I don't look like Beyonce. She is beautiful. She's in stilettos. She knows how to dance and such. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm not licking your ass, sir. You're gonna have to take off about 20 pounds. See, I told you, you get fucking judgy. I'm gonna knock that out of you. I get to decide whose ass I lick, and that guy is simply just too fat for me. A little bit too old and way too fucking married, guy. How about that? So get that little dream out of your head. Right? I ain't wrong. I know what I'm saying. I know that I look silly too when I do that. I look like Bigfoot trying to pass a kidney stone. Like just, oh! God damn it, that hurts. Anyway, I forgot to thank Terry for hosting. You're doing such a good job. I'm gonna brag about you, girl. We've had so many nice comedians here and in town all weekend, and I asked Terry if she would host. I don't know if any of you recognize her, but her and her sisters are a concert troupe out of Branson, Missouri. If you've never seen them before, the Fart and Barton sisters. They're so goddamn good. Right, maybe, I don't know if you have the Christmas album, but Terry is the best. On Silent but Deadly Night, she really knows how to throw down. We're good friends. We live in Parker. That's where I live now. Those of you who know me, I've lived here 15 years in Colorado. Maybe it's up to 18 now, you know? That's one guy half clapping. I got the rest of you are like, I don't know, how do you vote? I don't know. It's not time to talk about that. It's, you know, like who would want to know how a guy who talks about ass licking is going to vote? Like, this ain't a fucking political rally. It's a goddamn comedy show. Right. I lived in Capitol Hill for probably 15 years. I had a gorgeous apartment, beautiful view of the Rockies. That was my nickname for her. Right, yeah. If she slept on her stomach, then I had a view of the foothills. You're right. I shouldn't judge my neighbor. I shouldn't do that. I'm just saying, if she had managed her forest better, maybe they wouldn't have burned twice a year. We're gonna change the world. I love living life in Capitol Hill. It's a gay neighborhood. You know, it's got a best grocery store in all of Colorado, the Queen Supers. Right, many of you with me on that. Some of you taking the show way too fucking serious. Wanting to correct me. Excuse me, Bear, but I think that's called the King Supers. No, it's not. Not in the middle of the gayest neighborhood of all of Colorado. That king is out and loud and wicked fucking proud. That girl is a queen, my friend. She has the tightest roll of sushi in the city. Right, host of the Gay Pride Parade. Speaking of the Gay Pride Parade, I don't know if anybody saw the Loonees float in the Colorado Springs Pride Parade, but I'm glad they brought the mirror and put it on stage in quite a ceremony. That just makes me howl. Any of you ever been to a Gay Pride Parade? Right, a couple of you. For the rest of you, I suggest going. Very fun. Get on a float if you can. That is, you just smile and wave. That's your whole job. And then you drink like a motherfucker if you're on a float. And it's very fun. Denver has a wonderful gay pride parade. Goes past all of the fun spots in town. You go past the gay church. How do you know it's a gay church? Well, if you check the confessional, you'll find a glory hole. And you're making the noise. You've been. Is that it? Oh, okay. They got Bibles. It's just like any other church. They got the Bibles are IKEA catalogs. I know. I'm not wrong. It is just like any other church. A gay church, just like any other. All right. At a gay church, when it's time to kneel, half the people stand up. Okay. We're having fun. That's all. Too far? Was that too far. Some of the people in that section groaned a little bit again. Nice to have you in from Briarsgate. Fuck man, nobody can ever make you people happy, so. Right, we'll see if we can't get you to come back to the show. This section, very fucking fun, and then we'll try. I know you guys are doing great, and then super fun table, and then I'd like to you guys judge me. You don't think I fucking come right back? We're like, who are we gonna invite again? Ass-licking guy and your wife? You come back. I'll invite you back. Yeah, thanks for head nodding along with me. You're a very silent fella. That works great at a comedy show. Do you not know how to pronounce it? It's just ha and then ha. You repeat just those 2 words. Like over and over again at any point. If you choose. Right? I'm raised in New Hampshire. I don't mind you having an opinion. That's important. New Hampshire is a great state. If you don't know our state, it's up there in New England. Our state motto is live, free, or die. Right? I chose move. Yeah, get me out of there. That is a little tense. I like Colorado, where it's a little more like live, free, or hey, we'll just smoke a bowl. All right? We'll talk about it. We'll have conflict resolution. All right. The Gay Pride Parade goes right by my favorite gay Irish bar in Colorado. It's called Top of the Bottom. Here's the thing, if you're ever on a pride float, this actually happens, right? You'll come around a corner, you're smiling, you're waving, you're drinking, everybody, the whole city's having a goddamn good time, right? And then you come around a corner and you'll see these folks, the God hates fags people. Yeah, a little bit of a bummer, That's not a thing to do. I don't know what your opinions are. I care and then I don't, you know? Like, you get to have your opinion, I get to have mine. But when someone's having a parade, if you show up with like signs about like, God fucking hates you fags, I think you've crossed the line, you know? Like, it's just slightly inappropriate. And then folks get upset. If I get some people here are already upset that I brought them up. And it's a thing, like if you go to, they're at they a lot, like more pride parades than any of us have ever been to. Like, think of your most cocksuckingest friend, right? Just think of them. Everybody think of the one where you're like, that one sucks a lot of dick. Think of how many pride parades that person has been to, and then think of all the people we're thinking of, and then add that number up as to the amount of pride parades that might have been gone to. And the God hates fags people have been to more. I think that's a little weird. If you want to knock them down a peg, this is what I did at the last Pride Parade. Come around and we see them, they're like, God hates fags, and I just yelled, I'll pray for you! And that fucks them up. They're not ready for that one. And I can pray like a motherfucker. I'm a Catholic. I got a hotline right up to Mary. I can pray, and I've got reach. I will fade back and throw a Hail Mary like you wouldn't believe. We'll knock a God hates fags motherfucker out. That's not what I wanted to talk about. I saw the mirror, and I was just like, all right, we're going to have to talk about that. Just in case I decide to take a break. You know, like, oh, it's time for my 15-minute. And you guys just sit there idly. Well, I've been dating. A lot of you look like you're on dates. Are dates going well tonight? Hey, that's important. Remember, you gotta fuck later. That's... Throw a little shout out to the bear, you know. You know, fuck so good you gotta do the move. Like when you're all done, you're like, Fantastic, I'd be so proud of you. I've been dating a stockbroker. He's a strong buy. Right? Thank you for going with me on that one. I tried dating a law student. It did not work out. Me and him, we couldn't make it past the bar. You're groaning. And you've done that throughout the whole fucking show. Duly noted. Right? As if when I was making the set list, I was like, these won't be the diciest jokes told tonight. I understand how you get it. I've been trying to break up with one fella. He's half Russian, half Asian. It's not working out. He keeps fucking with my erections. That joke's a grower, not a shower. A lot like the law student. Okay. You know, it should be. This is the time where we should say thanks to our wait staff. They've been working I see where you're getting the bill. That's why you went quiet. You're like, oh, fuck, this costs money. Yeah, but if you did it right, you're gonna get your ass licked. I don't know how you file that in Quicken. I guess like an entertainment expense. I'm not sure. Either way, I hope you do have a good date night and such. It was my pleasure to meet all of you and entertain. We're not done. Just, you know, it was time to say thanks to certain people. And then here's something that, I know we've reached this moment in the show where it's time for me to announce it's the time for the new single. And yeah, that's something concert people do. Like in the middle of the show, they do all the hits, and I've done as many of the hits as I can for you here tonight. And then there is that moment where you got to be like, and it's time for the new single. And I tell you, even Beyonce, when she says it, you can hear her crowd kind of go, fuck. Right? We never want to hear the new single. We want to hear all the fucking hits. But that's your job as a concert performer. You got to keep rolling out new hits. And the only way to know if they're hits is to play them and then see if the crowd likes them. And then I get it in the audience. Like, you're pissed because it's like, oh, we don't know the fucking words. And we don't know how to sing along with you. And we don't even know if there's dance moves. But that's, this is my new single. It's called Light Rail, and sing along if you know the words. So nobody ever knows the words at the comedy show, okay? It's a great crowd, and I was like, let's go wicked high-level sarcasm and see if they get there. And you've been trying all fucking night. You're like, right? And I knew you didn't get that one. And so I was like, time out, throw a flag, let this guy know. Now I want you on board. All right. We've got a wonderful light rail system here in Colorado. It's about to get down to the Colorado Springs, within the next 10 years. That's going to be phenomenal. Imagine all the drinking we'll be able to do after these shows, you know? Right. We'll knock out the show, and then we'll get on the light rail and pick our favorite bars in any city, and that'll be a blast. And I like that kind of thing, you know. It's you do some drinking and you get going and all right. So on the light rail, it's what are the rules, right? On the light rail, you never touch the driver, right? It's like going to a 3-hole golf course. Just never touch the driver. Here's a true story, and that's what I like to bring to you all. We talked earlier about how I like to be honest, and I like to be truthful. And when I see a story happen where I'm like, oh, fuck, the nice people at the Loonees are going to have to know about this one. Here's what happened. I got off the light rail, I was changing trains, and got off the light rail, waiting on my next train, and across from me, adorable little mother, she's about 20, 30 years old, and she's got little toddlers, tiny little ones. They're like 3, 4, and 4.5, right? Right? Remember when 4.5 meant shit? You're like, I'm 4.5. You had to let people know, because it means like an extra half hour of bedtime for you. You got privileges and responsibilities. You're 4.5. And a lot of you might be parents, and you get that. Like at the light rail, there's trains going by. You got to keep the kids really focused, and their safety is your responsibility. And this mother was doing an absolute great job at keeping the kids seated on a bench, and she was entertaining them. And what I loved is she was entertaining them and teaching them all at once. She's playing this little game where she goes, "What sound does a lion make?" And the kids are like, "Roar!" And I'm like, fuck, I am on the Serengeti. That is so real. These kids are so good. That is such a lion. And then the mom is like, "What sound does a chicken make?" And the kids are like, "Bucka, bucka, 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 bucka." And I'm like, holy cow, we are on a chicken farm. These kids are so fucking talented. And then the mom is like, "What sound does a president make?" And the kids are like, "Grab him by the pussy." Pickup trucks in the parking lot to want to have to do that joke. I was like, how's this going to go over? There are a lot of shotgun racks, and some of the shotguns aren't there. Where are they? That's a good noise. Make some noise, everybody. Right? There's I can't hear you. I can't believe you fell for that shit. I watched Stevie Wonder, and he pulled that move where he's like, "People make some noise," and everybody made some noise, and then he's like, "I can't hear you." And how come they do that? You never make enough noise for the fucking person on stage, you know? Or he's like, "I can't hear you," then you have to make more fucking noise. You're like, am I doing it correctly now? Jesus, Stevie, you can't see them. Hear them, I'm sure you can. Too far on that one? Now is when you guys got fucking morals. Like boundaries and stuff. Like, you be careful, Bear, that Stevie Wonder line just went way too fucking far. And we'll grow them then, and I'll be like, "I can't hear you." Anyway, people are getting serious now. Well, I should tell you, I like my new town. I like Parker. I found the gay neighborhood in Parker. It's just one house with a pride flag in front of it. It's an adorable couple named Dan and Stan. And they wanted to be here tonight, but they were like, "There's going to be way too many pickup trucks in that parking lot there." "What are you fucking doing? Going to tell gay jokes in Colorado Springs?" And I was like, "I'm going to change the world." I think we did. People, you learned about ass licking. I think I changed your world. They got 3 King Supers in the Parker, and I've been scouting them all to find out which one has the best selection of berries. That is super important. Gotta have good berries. A bear waking up without an appropriate amount of blueberries in the refrigerator makes me a little bitchy. I'm not sure what neighborhood you live in, and I'm sure a grocery store might be important to you. I'm trying to figure out which one of the 3 is the best. There's just a regular King Supers, and then there's a King Supers that has a department store inside of it, which I think is pretty weird for a grocery store. Like, they're like, in case you need underwear or some t-shirts. And then one even has a jewelry store inside of it. Like, as if you're ever grocery shopping and being like, I don't know, I think we should get engaged. It's probably time to make this relationship get more serious. Like, we need a cubic zirconia or perhaps a fine diamel. I don't quite get the whole thing. Here's what happened at the grocery store. 2 things happened, and I feel like I need to report them for you. First one, I'm going to do a series of impressions. I don't do impressions often, but I'm like, hot crowd, and let's roll out the fucking A game in Colorado Springs. So You know when you go to the grocery store and they have a little announcements over the PA system there, and sometimes they're automated and then sometimes it's a person? Well, this is how this goes. First, these went right back to back, right? So first one is an automated announcement, and then the second one is an employee. So the first one goes, "Managers, it's time for the top of the hour walk." And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm the top of the hour. Where are we going? Then the next announcement right away was a person going, "Back door receiving, back door receiving." Right? I was like, this needs to be told to the nice people at the comedy show. Some of you are gonna have to learn the word top. I get it. I'm not gonna explain everything to you. I don't know, are you informing her? Okay, top is the one, try and figure it out, okay? Jesus Christ. You know I teach comedy at the Community College of Denver. That's right, where spelling cunts. That joke needed an O. Right. Thank you, miss. You laughed and shook your head no on that one, which is the kind of laugh I sometimes go for, you know, because like you're still smiling and you're a dainty little lady, and you know, I know I made you just go like, that motherfucker. I didn't want to laugh at that one, and cup her laugh, even let it out all the way on that one. So I'm proud. I feel like I'm doing stuff. I do teach comedy at the Community College of Denver. It's a fun thing to teach, and I've enjoyed entertaining you here tonight. Lots of ladies here laughing, and I appreciate that. I don't know if you know this, ladies, but there is a stereotype in comedy that says ladies don't get jokes and that women can't be funny. And that is true. It's a stereotype, but it's nothing I will teach in my classroom, okay? There is no glass ceiling in my class because it's in a community college, and that ceiling is clearly made of asbestos, all right? I'm proud of our school. We get recognized nationally. It's a very good community college. Our mascot is the City Hawks. Yeah, what's a City Hawk? It's when an eagle flies down from the mountain and fucks a pigeon. Right? I'm not wrong. You're gonna repeat that, and I'm bad. Don't forget to cite your material. You know, make sure you source this in APA format, or I will send you a very terse grade. Now, second story that happened at the grocery store is I came around the corner and I got my berries and just needed some cereals. And I come down the cereal aisle and there's a tiny little woman. She's about 85 years old and she's about 3 foot 2 inches tall, right? Tiny little lady, and she's trying to reach the All Brand up on the top shelf. And clearly, the All Brand was pushed all the way to the back, and she's just struggling. And you fellas seem tall, right? Anybody else here? Where are the tall people at, right? Anybody over 6 foot, right? That's, all right, Mike, you are. And how tall are you guys? 6 foot, right? And you got a job to do, right? Like when you're at the grocery store and you recognize a tiny little person like that, that's our time. That's like where you got to step up and do your hero job. I come up to the lady, I'm like, do you need some help? And she's like, you are so kind, Bear. I need assistance reaching the All Brand. It is located all the way back to the shelf and I can't reach it. And I said, well, here, let me help you. Come on! And she was like Kathy Rigby. She just hopped up there, grabbed it. You Mary Lou reckon you'd never see that again. A adorable little girl. Thank you for laughing like that all the way from the back. Yeah, another new laugh. I'm so glad to have you on board. I got 4 minutes left to the show, but way to get on board all the way at the end. We've avoided talking politics all night. I think that's pretty good. People are tense right now in the world of politics. The new Supreme Court justice was nominated, and the court might switch. It's going to become far more conservative, a 5-4 court, and that has a lot of my little liberal snowflake friends. I assume you're panicking about that. I tell them, I'm like, just relax. You know, remember what Yogi Berra said. If you can't beat them 5-4, beat them 4-5. And Right, I'm not wrong there. It was Yogi Bear I was quoting there, sir. I talked to my dad, and my dad tried to bum me out about it. My dad's like, you know, son, if the court gets any more conservative, they're likely to take some rights away, and you might not be able to have that gay marriage. And he's continued. He's like, you might want to take advantage of that right now while you have it, you know. And I was like, are you fucking really trying to tell me to get married, Dad? I was like, what do you have, a tuxedo? You're waiting to walk me down the aisle? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Dad? Now it's up in my head. I can't fucking get rid of it. Like, I'm like, do I really gotta fucking get married? Of all the twinks I'm fucking, which one am I gonna settle down with? Now I gotta figure out which one's the settling down twink. That's terrific. Okay, twinks are 18 to 22-year-old waifish little gay fellas, okay? They do not turn 23. At 23, you break up with them and you fucking get a replacement twink. What can I do, right? You know, that's, I don't lead a straight and narrow life. I'm a fucking rock star. There's no goddamn reason to have a serious relationship, not when there's all that quality tail out there. There's just so much of me to share, and why deny all the nice fellas? Anyway, been trying to figure out who's going to be the lucky one, and there's one that's really got me confused. He's 30, and that fucks with my whole system, you know. He's got big arms, giant arms. He's a fireman, and his muscles everywhere, and his big arms. And I'm like, but he's fucking 30. What am I supposed to do? And apparently, I have a gun show loophole. There's another one. He's the most likely one is 24. His nickname is Abs. It's abdominals. They're fantastic. It's like a xylophone. I like play songs on it. I'm like, Mary has a big old ham for a man, and he takes it in the can. Hates that song so much. He's like, don't call me Mary. And I'm like, but the people at the comedy show, they love the song. He doesn't get things. He doesn't get things. Like, there's things in my house that are like solid rules, and he doesn't understand them. Like, I have a system in my bathroom, in the shower. It's the North Tower, South Tower washcloth system, and he can't handle it. It's just this simple. New washcloths enter the shower as you do. They enter on the north side, and they wash the north side of the bear, and then they hang on a hook right there on the north side of the shower. And whatever towel is hanging on the north side hook now graduates, and it moves over to the south side of the shower, and it washes the south side of the bear. And then it hangs on another hook on the south side of the shower, and it hangs there forever in shame, or until laundry day, whichever one comes first. Abs can't figure this process out. Like, he walks in, he's a south side towel grabber. Like, he just walks in, and he's like, what? Yeah. I'm like, you are washing your face with my ass, which is how we got in here in the first place.